You can create a new process, open an existing one, or double click on it. Copy, delete, and rename. Do not delete other things, only delete your own. Derek? There is a camera set up. You don't really need to set up your own camera if you don't want to. I'd probably prefer you not the more I think about it. We're not going to worry about the calibration for the moment. We're going to deal with that next week. And then Vision Tools is this list again. So I'm going to create a new vision process. There are other options here. We're going to just do this 2D vision. I'm going to call it Demo 2 because I'm highly creative. Double click on it, and it'll bring in or bring up a new screen. If I click on this button, it takes a picture. Once I tell it what camera to use or what calibration to use, just pick EA is fine. So it'll snap a picture. Now, if I want to see a roughly live image, I can click on that button. Right? So it's not a real-time, high-speed video capture system. It's designed just to take a picture and then process it, take a picture, process it, take a picture, process it, not provide you a live video feed that you can monitor stuff necessarily. Now, if you tie all this in, and this guy probably doesn't have the processing power, but if you tie it into a strobe and you were to do a high-speed vision process where it's strobing very, very quickly, you'd get almost a real-time picture of what's going on. But it's still really just doing snapshot, snapshot, snapshot. I can control my exposure manually here, but you can't do it when it's in live mode. Yeah, stop. All right. So let's set that to 3 milliseconds. Come on. And kind of like I talked Tuesday? Or was it last Thursday? Tuesday. So I can see stuff in the background. I'll want to adjust this till it gives me a nice picture. Good contrast, right? We've got this other part here. Here was the dot on the stick I was talking about. It's literally just a dot on a stick. Kind of nasty looking. The tape keeps peeling up on this, so the backside's got all sorts of sticky stuff from the tape on it, but it's still, for the most part, looks like a dot on the stick. Except we got these lines, and so we can play with our exposure a little. Till those lines go away. Lines are pretty much gone away. I'm going to move that up to a little bit more. 9. All right. So now we truly just have our dot. By default, we've got our general part matching or pattern matching here. If I click on that, you'll notice it says not trained, so I can teach a pattern. You really want to make this square as close to the pattern you're looking for as possible. It will work if I do that. But it can have some repercussions down the road because it may decide it wants to see all that white space around the part before it accepts it. You'll notice it finds the center of the circle a little bit off center, so we can reset that if we want to. I was talking this morning about being as precise as possible. If I left it alone, it would work. But if I have to go pick that up with a suction cup, it's going to try to center everything based on where this is. So if I set it there, it's going to center it there. I've got information over here that I can control. I can do a snap find, and it'll give me some information. I can also tell it to see if it almost finds something. And because we happen to have this small nut up here, it's pretty close in size, isn't it? So it's saying it came close, not quite, score of 40.9. So not a very good score, but depending on how much variation we're expecting to see in our part, we may have to drop our score that low to get everything we're supposed to get. Conversely, if we want to make sure we're not getting anything but